What's good, people? This is the Rap Roundtable. Your boy Jawfit, Sincere the Rap Snob, Dini the Balance, the homie Mace. We just want to make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, help us get our numbers up. We're trying to get 2,000 subs, 5,000. Y'all know how this go. If y'all think we're good and y'all love the content, some of y'all always say, yo, how come y'all don't have more views? It's because y'all don't sub. So make sure y'all do that and tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
This is a question that I have for y'all about: is Jay-Z overrated or is he overhated?
Interesting.
Let's talk about it.
I don't think Jay-Z's overrated, obviously. I think he's overhated, and I don't think it's his fault, y'all. I'm looking at Jay-Z fans tonight. I'm turning coats, Sincere. Jay-Z fans are the reason Jay-Z is as hated as he is.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, it's Jay-Z fans' fault.
Elaborate.
Because Jay-Z's not whack.
At all.
He's one of the greatest ever. Depending on who you ask, Punch, he's the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that it's him. But then when you talk to certain other fan bases and they talk about rap, it's never Jay-Z that they talk about. They talk about his fans. They talk about how his fans make him seem like he can really walk on water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, man.
All
right, go ahead.
You can disagree. You can disagree.
Finish it
but
out.
You know what made me think like that, fellas? We got the record, of course, with Pusha T.
Yes.
And it was a tweet that went out that found about 5 or 6 ways to break down that blue bar about like the I ain't talking about 12 or whatever. And this person
I saw that.
took the time out to list about 6 different things that I'm not gonna repeat here about what that bar can mean. And it's like, you telling me it was a quintuple or sextuple entendre?
That was a lot of investigative work went into that.
And I can see why other fan bases would roll their eyes at this kind of bullshit from a Jay-Z fan, because I'm a Jay-Z fan and I rolled my eyes. Guru had to come out and say, yo, he wasn't talking about Birdman because this fucking rando on Twitter said that all of this shit took place. So I'm here to say that I believe that Jay-Z is overhated and it's Jay-Z fans' fault. To that you say, well, Mace, I see you squirming over there. Sincere's ready to talk. I don't even know who to pass the ball to. Mace, go ahead, Mace.
Go ahead,
Let me hear from you.
I'm gonna. That's an interesting plot twist that Job gave us here, because I absolutely did not expect
surprise,
that
motherfucker.
coming into the show. I'm not gonna lie, but
Slider.
now to elaborate on Job's point,
It's a backdoor slider,
I think it's an easy cop out. You know, why do we hate Nas fans? Why do we hate Tupac?
No,
Tupac
I hate Nas
fans.
because of 2001. Ethan. I don't care about Nas fans like that.
Jay-Z don't hate him no more. You can get over it.
I'm
Job.
never getting over it.
The energy's right.
I don't know, man.
But to throw a different little twist on what Job say, I say that Jay, more than his fans, is hated because of Jay. The success, the longevity, everybody calling him the GOAT, even when they're not a fan. I feel like that has more to do with it than his actual own fans. I don't of all the worst stan bases in hip hop, I don't even rate Jay's in the top 5, if you want to keep it real. So
Really?
yeah, actually, he has, I'm not gonna say a non-toxic fan base, because
We're toxic.
LLC Twitter, they love Hov, $500
They wanted the dinner with Hov.
Right, they wanted the
Again,
dinner
another
with
reason.
Hov.
Fucking clowns, you take the
Take the
money.
money. Exactly. The Rock Nation brunch, attendees in training. You know what I mean? So
take that dinner. Jay will laugh at you in your face.
Right. What do you think about that? Saying you think that Jay's fans do they offend you to a certain degree?
No, they don't offend me. They're just they can be obnoxious.
They have their moments.
Present.
I'm the president
included.
of the obnoxious Jay-Z fan club. It's me, guys.
But here's the thing. Like, we can't deny that Jay has achieved a level of greatness that is gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way, because it's just the nature of the beast. Like, when you're that good at what you do, and not only like skill wise, but you also achieve the stature. It's the stature for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're always gonna, that's what a hater is. You know what I mean? You see somebody's stature, and then you're like, nah, they couldn't have possibly deserved that stature.
Yeah.
They couldn't have possibly, done it, from skill or from, hard work and determination. It's got to be some type of underhandedness that went on. Like, he stole other people's styles. He stole Biggie's lines. Like,
I've heard people say he had something to do with Biggie being murdered. Like,
that
bro,
nah. Jay's definitely overhated.
Or here's a new narrative from those other guys over there. He needs Kanye West. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, the fuck are you talking about?
And the thing, look, the very nature of success is such that to get to a level where Jay is at, you have to be what's the word? You have to be unscrupulous. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like, nobody gets to his level without having certain stepping stones. But like when people see Jay's stepping stones, they blow it up. They exaggerate it to the point where it's like it's all just like, stealing this style and being next to Kanye West, marrying Beyonce, like that's like
a whole lot of this.
Like, I don't want peace. And I'm like, have y'all not heard the songs? Well, y'all not outside. This is why we always go back to y'all couldn't have been outside because like I just want to give it to you,
bro. They were Googling rap lyrics when we were outside. That's what they were doing.
Bro, were you
they don't
not
like
at
that.
any party or any club, like, whatsoever? Like,
no.
Come on, man.
Jay was like the first rap I remember supposed to be in the Illuminati even. You remember that?
The Illuminati.
The early YouTube days.
That was a
when
big thing they were
Freemasons and
talking
Illuminatis were all tied together
Right.
into one thing to the point that he had to rap about it alongside Rose. So what you're saying to me, Sin, is he's overhated.
He's overhated, for sure.
Deanie, jump in here, bro. From your perspective, overrated or overhated?
I think overhated. I don't think I don't think there's any way in actual reality that Jay-Z can be overrated, considering what he's done, what he's
The people
accomplished.
watching this disagree. Be clear. AA Ron right now is already typing, "No, you niggas are stands."
Still Matic Dumb.
Still mad at you niggas
But
are
here's the thing.
stands.
He's,
Shout out to
he's
y'all.
overhated in these communities. It's in the like the real true hip hop head community.
It's a
Jay is super overhated.
what's that line from The Dark Knight? You had to live you live long enough to be, how's it go?
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And I think people have seen Jay on top long enough to see him as the villain.
They've been the villain since 2001, though.
Right.
Bro.
That's a long time.
That was part of why Nas was able to come through on the white horse and be the hero that New York needed.
Someone was
You know what
born,
I mean?
and from being born, they're
Dark
able to
Knight again.
drink from the time that Hove's been the villain. You get what I'm saying? That's
right.
21 years of villainry. So it's when I look at it, Hove is pretty much capitalized on everything that's worth capitalizing on,
Right.
and that's tough to swallow if you're not a person who capitalizes on things that you're capitalizing on.
yo.
You got to think with the constant jabs, just digging at your soul. You know what I'm saying? If you're the dude that Hove is talking about, those things can really eat your soul. And Hove is like the king of the subliminals, those little bars that just keep you up at night. That just itch at your very being. And I can see Hove was like the dude in high school that had all the Jones. You know what I'm saying? And you either respected him for it and try to upgrade your game to be on that, or you just hated him for it. And there's a lot of people that just hated him for it.
You know, and this is what I was saying at the top of the segment. What you just said, another person will look at a Jay-Z fan. Look at him giving him all this credit. Why does he think Jay-Z is so great?
96, 2022, and people are still waiting on verses.
Bro, they hate. Yo,
What do you
listen,
want?
they can't stand the adulation. It's even getting to a point now with these online narratives, and I'm gonna come to you, Sin, and with this whole Cool G rap thing, like what the hell's going on now? Her Cool G rap is greater than Jay-Z. When did that happen?
Listen, well,
Take your time.
it's a little complicated. I find this topic a little complicated because Cool G rap. Here's my thing. Somebody like Cool G rap absolutely deserves more flowers than what they get.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? My problem is that right now what I'm seeing is Kool G Rap is only seems to be trending on Twitter right now within the hip hop community, within hip hop Twitter, simply because
The comparison to Jay.
right, Jay-Z dropped music and people are saying, yo, how is it that Jay's been this good for this long? And then somebody, I
Never
forgot
been
who
a
it
nigga
was.
this good for this
Right.
long.
But then I forgot who it was, but somebody came out and said, yo, but what about Kool G Rap?
Dar Adams, I believe, off of Twitter.
Was it Dart Adams?
Yeah, it was
I
Dar
wouldn't know
Adams
because I'm blocked.
Oh damn!
Because you called him an ass for some bullshit he probably said.
I called him a dickhead a long time ago.
Wow.
I mean, not specifically a dickhead. I forgot exactly what I said.
He
but
took it
was-
as you calling him a dickhead.
Yeah,
Essentially.
basically. But I'm not the only one. Like Dart Adams is a weirdo.
He's a
I'm
dickhead,
saying it
yeah,
right now.
I
Like,
gotta
everybody
co-sign
knows
that.
that on Twitter. Dart Adams just like blocks everybody just off of reflex. Like it's fucking weird. You disagree with him and you're blocked. It's crazy.
He is who they say I am. Got it.
Right. Anyway, so it's like, but what about Kool G Rap? Now, fine. You want to talk about Kool G Rap? Let's talk about Kool G Rap. Like your favorite rapper. Like he's the OG of so many MCs that we hold in such high regard. But let's not have this conversation because Jay dropped music and he's getting his flowers.
Word,
right.
It's like y'all just want to bring him up because you're tired of Jay-Z getting flowers. Kool G Rap deserves his own flowers in his own right, but not this way.
At the expense.
Not at the expense. He deserves so much more than being a whataboutism for Jay-Z haters.
It's because Jay-Z fans are so loud that people feel like they have to push back. That's really what it be.
It's not even that it's loud. It's that it's a lot.
True.
It's a lot of
people, yeah.
It's a lot of people.
And for a
You know what I
long
mean?
time.
Look at the comment section when we dropped that video responding to the Pusha record. I won't say it's 50-50, but it's such a wide array of commentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had people who came out and said, yo, this song is trash. It's garbage.
Right.
Then we had people who said Pusha did his thing. And Jay-Z brought the song down. Then we had people who praised the song. It's like you're not getting a consensus with Jay-Z. It seems like he's still the most polarizing act in rap in 2022. Am I wildin' in saying that?
He's still pretty polarizing.
Still to this
It
day.
kind of. I'll say this though, and I feel like we've actually spoken about this off air. Did we really realize that Jay had this much hate online? Like, I believe when it popped up around that Jay-Z could beat anyone in verses kind of subject.
That's when it started to stand out for me.
I had no idea that this many people hated Hove. You know, everybody I grew up with love him.
Love
you know what I
Hov,
mean?
yeah.
He's like,
Respect
so
level's crazy.
It's very
'Cause
interesting.
he was outside.
Right. The folks that was outside love Hove, and I know y'all hate when we talk about outside,
God.
especially y'all cats that was getting stuffed in the lockers.
But outside,
wedgies
But-
on tilt, atomic wedgies.
I was just
Atomic
saying,
wedgies.
they hate that. You know what I mean? But it's a fact.
but
you know,
outside has
Noogies at
always
lunchtime.
mattered to rap.
Noogies.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
I don't understand when people try to like marginalize what outside meant because there was no internet back in the day for motherfuckers to go look up lyrics and tell you how good of a lyrical performance this song was and overrating niggas 20 years later when they wasn't lit in their prime. You know what I'm saying? Outside was a litmus
Shots
test.
fired.
The clubs was a litmus test. You know what I'm saying? The radio was a litmus test. Now 20 years later, it's not.
And the biggest OGs in hip hop will tell you that. Like the Fever, Latin Quarters, like these clubs back in the day,
Tunnel.
clubs, the
Tunnel.
Tunnel.
Yes,
Like
sir.
the clubs was
Palladium.
like where fucking records were made.
But
Legendary.
then people would be like, oh, those are commercial raps. That's only one side of it. There was mad songs that was
Jay-Z
not
ran
commercial
those
raps
spots
that
too.
rang off.
Bro, it's just and I noticed it too, because I honestly I thought it was just like a Nas Jay-Z thing, but then when we started having the Biggie conversation a couple episodes ago, and like I started hearing, and you know I'm foreshadowing a little bit what I'll be talking about later, but I started seeing some of the same trends in like the logic of the commentary. And I'm like, yo, like, do y'all just really hate fun that much?
I've
Like,
been wondering.
like,
I think I asked somebody that in the comments, like, you know we're having fun here, right?
like, no, but seriously, because like, look, Nas is my favorite, and he's my favorite because he tackled a lot of serious topics that a lot of other MCs wouldn't tackle, and I find that important, right? But there's also a fun side of life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's parties, there's getting women, there's vibing on the block, there's, like hanging with your homeboys and just, having all types of like debaucherous activity, like
standing on the block hollering at chicks.
Like
outside the bodega. What the fuck?
And that is just, that should absolutely be as much a part of an important part of hip hop as the serious side, the politics, the socioeconomics, the religion. Somebody brought up religion. I've never looked at an MC and be like, yo, I wonder what his thoughts on religion. I don't understand that. Like, anyway, I'm going off on the rails, but y'all motherfuckers gotta have fun, man.
Please.
You gotta have fun.
That's
Gotta have fun. No more of this. No more of this.
I want problems.
We don't want problems.
Celebrate
like
the
rap.
fun side
Facts.
of hip hop, man.